Hello everyone, happy Father's Day and welcome to FinvestorTrader.com channel. It's been a while since I've released a video. Hope everybody is staying safe and staying healthy and all of you are vaccinated. So I just wanted to talk to you about one of the concepts today because I've been getting a lot of questions, regarding how I am predicting the close price. If you look at my Twitter feed, so you'll see plenty of examples of how I have been predicting the close prices every single day. So especially, of course, I trade U.S. market and Indian market. So most of the predictions are basically for U.S. market and Indian market. But this same technique can be applied anywhere. So and I usually trade ES. So that's why you see most of the examples of ES. E-mini S&P 500 futures. Just scroll down. You'll see plenty of examples. So for example here, right, so you can see that the prediction, so every day evening I post three potential pin levels, so for the next day, and they work pretty well actually, so as you can see here, so this has predicted pin level was one of these levels here, and 40 to 27, and it closed right there. Okay, and also if you look at last Friday, that is 18th June, right, the close price predicted was, there are two levels, so of course the market tanked on that day, and even then, so I was able to predict the close price pretty accurately. And as you can see here, there are two levels given, if the Astro support is broken, and one of the levels was 4172, and then another level was 4150, and then you can see that it closed right there at 4150. So pretty much every day. So if you are following me on Twitter or Facebook, you will see plenty of examples. Pretty much every day I'm posting, the predicted close price, and also how I was able to take advantage of those close prices. So here is another example. Predicted level was 4192 if the Astro resistance is broken, and it closed at 4194, just 2 points. So any index, any futures, any equity can be predicted this way. I've been able to predict it with plus or minus 1% margin, error margin. Okay, so which is pretty good. And this is basically using GAN techniques and financial astrology. Okay, so I combine GAN techniques and financial astrology. So I read somewhere that GAN used to take one day at a time. So that's exactly what I'm also doing. He was able to predict 100 years of calendar ahead of his time, it seems. And so I think I was lucky enough to figure out how he was able to calculate that, and I'm able to predict it with about plus or minus 1% error margin. There are a lot of things that you can do if you know the close prices, right? Just imagine that, if you know precisely next day where S&P 500 is closing, or Nifty or Bank Nifty is going to close next day, or DAX, or FTSE, or any of the indices around the world, right? And if you are trading any index around the world, if you know precisely the next day where it is likely to close, you can trade that market pretty much stress-free, isn't it? So that is my goal, to be able to trade, or to help other people trade stress-free actually. Okay, so if you are in my trading room, you'll be able to figure it out, and pretty quickly. And because every day I'm posting, if you are in my trading room, you'll be able to see the posts. So every day evening I post for the next day where it is likely to close. Okay, and typically I give 2-3 levels, which means that there is an Astro resistance that I calculate. Okay, and based on financial astrology, and Astro support, and if that Astro support is broken, then we are likely to see a move down towards a lower close level. If the Astro resistance is broken, so the price is going to move up towards upper close level, and then there is a medium probability close level as well. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of questions as to how I am able to predict this. So I just wanted to put out a quick video about how I'm able to predict. So if you look at it, GAN had used very extensively the power of Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu are Vedic astrology concept, but Western astrologers, they call it North Node and South Node. So what are those? That's basically the intersection of Earth's magnetic field and or Earth's orbit and Moon's orbit. When they intersect, they create two forces actually. So that's what is called North Node and South Node, or Rahu and Ketu respectively. Okay, and so they look like this. So this is how it looks like. So Moon's orbit. Okay, so so that intersection of Moon and Earth's magnetic field, or the orbits, it's called the northern side is called Rahu, and the southern side is called Ketu. Okay, so and they have a shift of about 5 degrees or so. This axis in itself actually that revolves around Sun basically. Okay, so it's considered to be about 19.4 years or so, about 19 years or so it takes to go around Sun. Okay, and that axis itself. Okay, and now the thing is that Gann had predicted 100 years of calendar ahead of his time. Okay, so I did a lot of research on how he was able to predict it, and then I think I wouldn't say that I have figured out everything, but I think I know a little bit about how he was able to predict or how he was able to create 100 years of calendar ahead of his time, both time and price. Okay, so recently I just kind of expanded my work a little bit and then try to predict it at least a month ahead. Okay, and now this is not just a daily close price that you can predict. You can predict the close prices of every Friday where the index is likely to close, and you should be able to predict a monthly close, weekly close, monthly close, yearly close as well. Okay, and so I did a lot of research on it, and that's why you didn't hear you didn't see me posting any of the videos. So for the last 1 year or so I've been doing a lot of research on this subject, and so recently I just did a research on Google. Okay, here. Okay, so back in 20th of May, you can see that this is 21st, right? So 20th of May, one day before that, so this is 20th of May. 20th of May, I predicted that Google is going to hit 2453 target. Okay, before, so here, third Friday. Okay, so third Friday of every month. Okay, so option expires basically. So I predicted that by 18th of June, Google will be hitting a target of 2453 and then come down to a pin of 2400. Okay, and I just put a butterfly around it actually. So I initially started off with a vertical call debit spread. So 2300 and 2400. I bought 2300, 2400 call debit spread. Okay, and while it was trading to the upside, and as it changed the rate of vibration, as you can see here, the rate of vibration got changed here. Okay, so seeing that rate of vibration change, I just converted this into a butterfly. Inserted 2400 and 2500 call CCS. Okay, so CCS, call credit spread. So this is a call debit spread and this is a call credit spread. So inserted a call credit spread and converted. So the resultant position is basically a call butterfly. Okay, so resultant position is a call butterfly. Okay, so that's what I did because I knew that this is likely to pin at 2400. And and I had posted my trades as well, so the trade history. So if we can take you back to the trade history, here is my trade history. You can see that 20th I bought call debit spread. Okay, so 2300, 2400, 3 contracts for a total debit of 4190. So 3 contracts, and then on 24th I converted that, inserted a call credit spread. Okay, for a credit of 2330. Okay, so remember that here the initial debit was 4190. Okay, so when I inserted a call credit spread, essentially 4190 minus 2330. Okay, so basically $18. So reduce my risk actually, $18.60 times 3. So total is about $5,400, right? $5,500. $5,500 was the risk. Okay, so by initially going in with the call debit spread and then converting it, when it changed the rate of vibration, converting it into a butterfly, because the pin is at 2,400. Remember that 2,400 is what I had calculated. Okay, and then you can see that on Friday, right, 6/18, I exited as a butterfly. Okay, so for 80.45. So that's, here is the profit here. Okay, that I made. This is a converted position as a butterfly, opening butterfly, closing butterfly, and total profit was 18,555. Okay, $18,555 total profit by accurately predicting that Google is going to hit 2453 and getting a close at 2400 pin. So, and it precisely did that. And I have actually, based on Gann's techniques, I have developed an indicator. Okay, so I call it a cash cow pinning indicator. Okay, and that predicts, this prediction was done back in May 20th itself, that Google is going to pin at 2400 on 18th of June. Okay, so that's almost a month before itself. Okay, so I took advantage of that. So similarly, every single day, any index, any equity, any commodity, or any futures, any forex can be predicted very accurately with about 1%. So I'm able to get at least within 1% error margin. I can predict where it's likely to close. Okay, now how am I able to predict? And I got a lot of questions regarding that actually. So I had shown you this. Okay, so, and there is another representation of that here. Okay, so so if you look at it, this is Rahu. Okay, so which is the ascending lunar node Rahu, and then descending lunar node Ketu right here. Okay, so this is a lunar orbit, Earth orbits, they intersect, and that's what creates Rahu and Ketu. Okay, so as per Vedic astrology, this is considered to be the most powerful entity. Okay, it's called the shadow planet. So even the Vedic astrologers consider this as a planet. It's not really a planet, it's a shadow planet, and I have explained that before in my previous videos, but it's extremely powerful. Okay, so using that, you will be able to predict the close prices of any equity, any index, any forex, any futures, any commodities. Okay, calculate. There is a way to calculate actually, so, and I don't share that calculation with anyone, but if you are taking my course, or if you are coming into my room as a mentee, you will get these levels every single day. I calculate it and post it every single day, as I showed you here. I calculate these levels and I post it every single day. Okay, so you will have a pretty good idea about where it's likely to close. Okay, usually I give 3 levels. Okay, so what I have figured out is that every single day, of course, these planets exert forces, right? Magnetic forces, right? Or gravitational forces as waves into Earth, and it impacts everything that happens in Earth, right? Including our financial market, right? That's a concept. Now, so every single day there is a 3-way tug of war that happens. Okay, so here is Sun here. Okay, and here is Rahu, and here is Ketu. So there is a 3-way tug of war that happens, so from, there is a strong pull that exerted by Sun, and then there is a strong pull that is exerted by, Rahu, and then there is a strong pull that's exerted by Ketu. Okay, so there is a 3-way tug of war that happens every single day. Okay, and every single day, one of these entity wins. Sometimes it's Sun, okay, that wins. Sometimes it's Rahu that wins. Sometimes it's Ketu that wins. Okay, so based on that, price gravitate towards those levels actually. Okay, so that's why I give 3 levels. Okay, so one is a mid level, so for Sun. Okay, one is upper level, which is for Rahu, and one is for the lower level, which is for Ketu. Okay, so every day I provide a boundary also. So if that boundary is broken, which is, I call it as a astrological support and astrological resistance. If that boundary is broken, then price is gravitating towards Rahu level, okay, to the upside. If that boundary to the downside is broken, price is going to gravitate towards that Ketu level, okay. But if that astro resistance and supports are intact, then then Sun wins. And then price tend to gravitate towards or hovers around a mid-level. So Sun wins if the astro resistance and support is not broken, and Rahu wins if the astro's resistance is broken to the upside, and Ketu wins if the Astro support is broken to the downside. As simple as that, actually. Okay, so that's why I give 3 levels. Okay, so they look like this, right? And as I showed you here in the exam, going back to the example of Google here, right? So on Friday, you can see that upper pin level was at 24.45 Rahu pin level. Okay, Sun pin level was at 24.20 or so, 24.22 or so, and Ketu pin level was 23.99. So you can see that clearly Ketu won on that day. Okay, and price got gravitated towards Ketu pin level. Similarly, every single day, if you go back and look at my tweets, you will see that every single day, so one of these entities is going to win, and price tend to gravitate towards that particular level. Okay, so you'll see ES, right? E-mini S&P 500 futures, that also gravitated towards the Ketu level. You see that? Okay, so you see that morning. So this black that you see, right? So this gray portion is basically overnight price action. Okay, so this is a regular market cash session. Okay, so you see that before the cash market session open, price broke that Astro support level and then gravitated. You can see pretty much it hovered around this level. And once that is broken, it gravitated towards the next level. So there are different levels actually, and there are different levels for Ketu and Rahu. Okay, so it gravitated towards the second close level and precisely closed at 41.50. Sometime in last year, for continuous 45 days, I had predicted. Actually, out of 45 days, 3 days it didn't work. 3 days, 42 days. It pinned exactly as I had predicted actually. Okay, so plus or minus 1%. Okay, so so that's a lot of money that you can make, isn't it? So if you know that, right, it's a lot of money, and that's why I'm posting these my trades and profits and things like that, and my indicators also pick up those. So they'll tell you whether it's going to get gravitated towards the Rahu level, or it's going to be to the Sun level, or to the Ketu level. Okay, so they will tell you precisely beginning of the day itself, pretty much where it's likely to gravitate towards. Okay, so you can see it here, right? So initially there was a move down, so it's brought down to the medium pin level, and then just gravitated towards Astro resistance. Astro resistance for that day was right here. Failed at the Astro resistance, came down. Okay, and then came down to the midpoint here, Sun level basically, and then it's been right there. So all these are profits basically, okay, that you can really take advantage of, precisely where a price is likely to gravitate towards. So if you go to my Twitter feed, or Facebook, if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, so you will see I've been posting my trades and my predictions every single day, and the results thereafter. So you'll have plenty of examples. Okay, so that's how it works, and these can be very precisely and very accurately predicted every single day. Okay, and that means a lot of money that you can make. So hope it helps. I just wanted to quickly put out a video. Okay, now if you are interested in my mentorship program, you can go to my website, finastrotrader.com, and if you really want to take advantage of these close prices, right, and also trade based on my predictions, so you can pick up this mentorship program. You may want to subscribe to the mentorship program. It's a 3-month program, or you can take my course, so where I'll be teaching you. So you can take this course, if you don't want to be part of my trading room, so you can take my course, where I'll be able to teach you as how to make these predictions. Okay, so hope it helps, and if you're interested, just ping me. You can contact me from my website. My contact information is given below this video, and you can contact me there, and I'll be able to give you more information. Okay, so have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we'll talk to you later.